Simply Revelux. Hello. Hello everyone joining the chat. I don't know how long this stream will be. I just wanted to get some Ace Attorney in before I have to go to work. But it will probably be just under 2 hours, just like the last one. Illusion Master 17. BL Raven Wizard. Alright, everyone's showing up in the chat. Let me just get this on Twitter. Alright, and done. Alright, let's do this. How can you just refuse like that? Please tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just, I'm busy, you see. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly sorry. But I'm afraid no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. My boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? How did you know Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. That's quite a painting. Aha! Noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. Fucking phone. Hiya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive. The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent, or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait. They didn't use a spirit medium, did they? Dennis is here, hey. The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow. So what happened? The case was solved, we thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with a medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Just leave her and go home? I made up my mind. I'm going to defend you, whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well... No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know. I've been there a long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right. Thank you. She smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes! And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So what next? Something that's been bugging me. So what was inside that strange woman's drawer? tried to look into that drawer that she got all defensive. Has to be something in there. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment, at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? Ah, I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Seems like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself. Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. Ah, I almost forgot. Ah! You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right. Sure. Mr. White. Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined me and Maya's mother. Hey, John's here. Hello. Would it be a coincidence? There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence at tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean.
Oh, bellboy, still there?
Oh, time to spray him. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today. It'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Keith is in the chat. Hello. Welcome. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Please, describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Now, detective. Yes, sir? You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Please testify to the court about this hard evidence. It's not soft evidence. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Miss Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I see a single contradiction in that testimony. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? My sister couldn't find any contradictions in the witness's testimony. She would bluff and press the witness on every detail. Witness always slips up and says something wrong. Work lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Have I played Danganronpa? Yeah, I have. I finished the first game. I haven't finished the second game yet, but I'm pretty far in it. And I haven't played the third game. In fact, yesterday when I was streaming this, I told the story of how I got into Ace Attorney. My friend suggested it because I was a fan of Danganronpa. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb. You know who. Call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much though. Right, please continue. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Found interest in these games that's entirely about reading. Well, I know I'd prefer to have games with voice acting as well, but this is just really fun. Plus, when I'm streaming it, I get to do my own voices. Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So, tell us who the two people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Fucking phone is ringing again. Listen, pal, your dumb acts will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. When was the last time I played an Ace Attorney game before this? I just recently finished Apollo Justice, and I replayed the 5th case of this game, Rise from the Ashes, just recently as well. I only just got into the series last year, and I played all 3 of these games in 3 weeks, and then after that I played the spin-off Investigations, and then Apollo Justice. And then, yeah, I haven't played any of the other ones. Just picking my points to press it. I don't care. Why's that? What's your reason? Hold on just 1 second. I don't know if I want to play Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice. I mean, I might. Maybe. I think they're available on the eShop, because I got the trilogy on my 2DS and Apollo Justice. I had to buy the physical copy of Investigations though, because that's not available on the eShop. But I think Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice are, so I might get those. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May is suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Story time with Mira. Yeah, please join. Well, I guess she is Pink. Join in on story time. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I don't want the judge to sound too much like Grossberg. No, I've never played the crossover. I've never played a Professor Layton game. I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Ah. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Should I play Pokemon? Of course I do. I'm not gonna play, Shield and Sword, though. Sword and Shield. Because I don't have a Switch, and I don't plan on getting a Switch. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results show that it was the blood of the victim. I said that wrong, I don't care. Got the point across. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying? Well, what? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course you wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But... no butting your way out of this one, Detective. Order, order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? I forget. It was the day after. It was the day after the murder. Prosecution's point being? That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Retro Gamer Kevin, I am doing well. How are you? Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. From a blunt... But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have the time to write Maya. Slide for Nitro Fueled? Of course I am. I pre-ordered it on the PS4 and I got the theme for it. I really wanted the physical copy, but as far as I knew, they didn't have the nitrous oxide edition for physical. It was only digital. So, whatever. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. Should have known you had something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham! Just be mean to Gumshoe when all else fails. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham! How could you give me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you, handing in the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You were at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? But... Ugh. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Mostly dead. She's not all dead, she's mostly dead. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service.
Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Wanton winking.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
This isn't good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Is April May friends with June July? Yes. June July. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room? I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices?
That's right, big boy.
Raph? Raph, what are you doing? Oh my god! Your Raph is in the chat! Are you here to listen to me do voices? Please testify to the court about what you saw.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was that mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. And the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bit itsy.
Well, Your Honor. I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any— Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey! How dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Duh. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Oh my god. Woo! Voice you did just— thank you. I like doing that voice. What model? 3DS. I don't have a 3DS, I have a 2DS. So that's the model. I got it because it was cheaper. That's literally the reason why. Also because I don't use the 3D feature anyway, like I wasn't gonna use that. So, doesn't matter. It was when it was pretty new, so, but that would be old now. So if there's a new 2DS, then, yeah, I definitely don't have that one. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Ugh. How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things. look. I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. Audition for wise old bald dude. I don't. That's like. I'm not even really doing it. I'm just like. I don't even know what I'm doing for the judge's voice. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. Very professional.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. Saw nothing. Did you really see the defendant at all? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean.
Did you do a lot of voice acting before, or is it just natural? Well, I've always been interested in doing voice acting. That's my career goal, is to be a voice actress. I have a demo reel on my channel that anyone wants to see, go check that out. It's really not the best, because I just compiled a lot of clips that like I had saved from like a long time ago, and some of them were recorded with like a really crappy mic. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way on the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Is his head smaller than his hands? You know, probably. They all have got big yowie hands, you know? Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her.
I did see everything. I did! The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And then she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. That kinda statue-y clock? The thinker, I think? Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I want some now. Alright, hold on. Okay, I know you do something with that later, but I'm pretty sure you have to present the thinker. There we go. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order, order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? How you knew? I feel like that would be better grammar. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. The music keeps cutting out, probably just for me. Let me just shorten this a little bit. That was close. I think it's just for me, yeah. If you stopped me there, the trial would have been over.
Huh? What? So, what happens now?
What happens now is that you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
Ugh. So, you've been to the law offices of Fane Co.
no! Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Faye & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Well, I mean, technically both are true. She couldn't have heard it. But also it couldn't have run because there's no clockwork. Your Honor, members of the court. Empty. Inconceivable. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. Nani? Let's try to play this in Japanese. No, actually that would be impossible because I wouldn't know how to read everything. Because this frickin' game doesn't have furigana, and I can't read a lot of kanji. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Mr. Enter? Mr. Enter sounds familiar, but I'm not quite sure what it is. I feel like I know, but I forgot. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar.
Fat?
Well, Miss May. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. A critic on YouTube. Oh yeah, that's probably... Yeah, I think I've heard of him. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom? Yes, I do. That's that one game, I believe. I've never played it. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now, I'll show you the proof you like so much. doing shocked face. Oh, I know, I love his shocked face. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone.
Oh, you have a girly phone.
Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen. Listen. If you're doing it, stop it. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order, order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. Gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. Hold on to the finger for you then, if you could. Oh, I should probably tell you. The clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. Edgelord. Shoo. Whew. Ugh. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Thank you. Thank you. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Shrek swearing. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
So the witness has seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
Take that!
It's simple. This clock was never made. What? This clock was never in any store, ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible! Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh! I love that line. I remember laughing really hard at that. Oh, excuses not on sale today?
Oh.
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Whoa, just calm down. Just take it easy, man. This is a court of law. The witness will remain calm.
Oh? Oh! Silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did.
Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have any... does the defense have an opinion on this? This behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... the witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That's correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard that the murder weapon was a clock.
Take that!
Have a look at this.
That?
I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fay's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous! Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Why is Spyro 3 my favorite game? Wow. You know what? I think it's more like the feeling, and it's definitely the original Spyro 3. While it has so many problems that some things they did fix and reignited, and some things that they didn't do so well, there's this nostalgic feeling that's tied to that game. I remember when I got it. I remember the cutscenes so well. I remember the dialogue. It's hard to explain. It's a feeling. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Nani? Here's my proof. Oh god, ouch. My leg. I've been sitting on my leg this whole time. It's the phone itself. We already went through this. Yeah, there are feelings of childhood and nostalgia in Christmas morning that are tied to having that game. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. What's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again, what's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like a statue, a thinker, and tells the time. Miss April May. You used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? Does this look unsure to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You liar!
It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl? Is that it? Is that it?
Because I'm not playing that version. I'm playing the PS4 version of this game. I got this game on the PS4 specifically so I could stream it. Fake crying. Now deal the final blow. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping irrelevant?
She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Huh, I just earpulled that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil, evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold.
Yeah, things that probably people are going to order at work today. I work at McDonald's, guys, in case you don't know. Haha. Hopefully no one's gonna be a dick to me today.
If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. Oh. So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. Well, that's a very old-fashioned word. I was on the telephone with Blockbuster Video, which is a very old-fashioned sentence. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, I'm gonna let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Cellular telephone. Cellular. I like that word. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well... The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? Better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Hello. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. Foolish fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. Not sure if I should give him a British accent or a French accent. Oh well. It's some like weird thing now. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Alright, see you, Mark. Thanks for coming. He's French. Yeah, I know. I think I just like I did a British accent because it came to mind first. No, that comes out German though. I don't even want to try. I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. Alright, see ya, Ethanator. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready, I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. What exactly is it you do at the hotel? Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, I check out guests. I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I checked Miss May in personally. You're always so prim? Mr. Wright, you refrain from asking frivolous questions. I believe I received a call after 8. Okay.
Hold it!
Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and the point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then?
Hold it!
9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV, and wished to drink it after she finished, sir. 9, the time of the murder.
Hold it!
Precisely 9, then? Precisely. Exactly and most definitely, sir. 9 p.m. Would you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy! I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. She'd be so particular about the time.
Hold it!
You were sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Absolutely, huh? Yes, sir, as in so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with a, embossé. Embossé? I don't know how to pronounce French things. Embossé? Embrasser? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. It's great to have you back, Cell. I should just make him sound like the hummingbirds. It's no good, there's nothing there. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. It was a bit tedious. We had 9 people in the chat and now we have 4. People were very bored. The witness may leave the stand. Wait! Please wait! Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay, it's really it now. It's my last chance. What do I ask him about? Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May. Oh, alright. Very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really. I see. Excuse me? What exactly was a disappointment? Well, I'm not without charm, sir, but even I'd have little chance with her lover there. What did he say? What did you say? Rather, quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person?
Objection!
I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barista. I don't know if that's French, too. Barista. It was the good barista. Mr. Edgeworth, who... Edgeworth is a barista now. He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Duh. You fool! I've done it. I won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved, who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple, it was. The man who checked in with Miss May. Ugh. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Ah. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. Why is he turning into the king? The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and the defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned.
Mr. Wright! You're amazing in there.
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know.
Then again, the other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh?
That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, sent shivers up my spine.
You say so.
So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Miss May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go there. I may have to go down there later. This case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was
the one who...
Maybe so. Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. I don't know how much good this will do me at all, now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement, do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center. It's up to me to set her free.
Well, hello. I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. It's really quite moving.
Not, you stinking lawyer. I hope you die.
Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May.
No, not really. There's something I wanted to ask.
Unfortunately, there is nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head?
Are you eating all my peanut M&Ms? Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard, who is unmoving and never blinks.
So, what is it you wish to ask of me then?
For starters, how'd you get to be so totally whacked? About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on.
No way, Jose.
Had something to get herself. Alright, hold on. Huh, looks like Grossberg's out today again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason. What's this? Old photos? There are two lying here. Something's been written in pencil on the backs. DL6 incident, Exhibit A. And DL6 incident, Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these. I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. Sure no one will miss just one little photo. And it might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. Photo lies on the desk. Maybe I should switch it out with the one I took? I think I'll swap them.
You again! Can't you take a hint and stay gone?
Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me.
Oh, so it's my fault now? You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart.
That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head.
Look, I've said several times, I'm not telling you. Where did you...
Aha! Reaction. This is him, isn't it?
What? Who? When? Well, why?
It is him. This is the man who stayed in your hotel room the night of the murder.
No! No, that's not right.
Nice try, Miss Cooperative.
Do you have any proof that it was him? Yeah, proof. Show me proof.
So close. Say, why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person.
Oh, that does it. Bottom-feeding, scum-sucking lawyer.
Bottom? Can't tell. Does she have a thing against lawyers or just against me? Why'd you place a wiretap on Mia's phone?
Oh, when you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal.
Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May.
Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school, Creep.
This one's impossible to talk to. Ah, welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself. Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Gatewaters rep, as they say. Huh? Rep? Yes, our reputation will swell as the hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room, of course. It will be great for business, sir. Whoa. Miss May hasn't been charged with murder. I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream? So, you're our honored guest. Please, let me know if there's anything I can bring you. Take a look at this photo. That's him, Detective. I'm the lawyer. Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is. No, I don't. Without a doubt, That is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that was him? An affidavit? Affidavit? This guy's way too excited about this. Well, sure, why not? Yes! I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I'll be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit. Just hurry and write it. Did you have a look at this?
What's that? What is it?
Bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything he saw. Such as the man you checked in with. It was most definitely this guy. Now I'm getting somewhere. This is it. All or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No use playing dumb, if indeed that's an act. If you don't talk, I'm taking this info to the press.
What?
Even though he should have been witness to the murder, your little friend was missing. I'm sure the press would have a field day with his reputation. Fine, I'll talk.
You win, lawyer.
Yes, man, that felt good. It's great to be alive.
Why are you pumping your fists in the air?
Now, tell me about the man you were with.
That man? He's my boss. Wright, the president of the information gathering conglomerate Blue Corp.
Red? White? Information gathering?
Well, I suppose you could call it a detective agency.
So this is the man that was with you on the night of the murder?
I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her.
It's okay. I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? Mr. Red White, at last. Finally, a lead on this guy. April May couldn't have done it. That leaves him. Time to take action. Discard. Notice something interesting. What's with the surreal decor? Welcome. Please furnish me with the title of your personage. I don't even... forgot what voice I gave him. What's your name? Your name. What's your name? I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by. Right. Phoenix Wright. Inquirably? Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous. Perhaps I have intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary. What is this guy's problem? I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official. What? My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I'm not used to conversing with the wordily challenged. What a fruitcake. Let me guess. You're an attorney, fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why he would come to meet me like this. What does he mean by that? No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself? Oof, this guy's arrogance meter's off the scale. How about you look at yourself? About this picture. Gorgeous! That's a picture of me! Ah, I see it was taken in the prime of my youth, about 10 years ago at a guess. You look the same. Oh my god. A hotel bellboy says he saw this man on the night of the murder. On closer inspection, he does look a lot like me, but I'm afraid this is someone else. No, that's definitely not me. He's far too young. Are you fucking out of your mind? Are you stupid? Really? You think we're stupid? Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Correct. She was my secretariat. Of course. What a shock it was to hear what she had done. What's she done? You mean the wiretap? Indeed, she's paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties, but I assure you we do not condone illegal methods. It is inevitable that she would do this. Sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room? Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter, the bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. That's a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness? Should have seen the same thing as April May. He's just using made-up words. This isn't even the English language. This is his own language. Plus everyone's Japanese, maybe they just don't know English. The police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys, playthings for my amusement. What kind of company is Blue Corp anyway? Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We're a company of the future, you might say. We're the company of the future. You might say, oh, we are of the future. Sell information? In just 10 years, I built this business up into the grand office you see now. In case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. I, Red White of Blue Corp, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. fantabulistic, is it not? There's been something that's been bothering me. Yes, what might that be? That big painting on the wall over there. You know, I've actually seen that painting before. Oh? Just yesterday, actually. Your point being? My point is simple. Rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall? Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you? Huh? A lawyer? No, my feeble friend, a mere lawyer. Worth nothing, zilch, zippo, nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney. Grodyburger. Oh, what? Ah! Oh! He punched me. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, huh? Charge me with assault? Charge away, I welcome it, for it is you who will be found guilty. What? Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding. So you say, but I wonder, is that kind of control really possible? I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your compensation. You came here from Grodyburgers, I presume? Mr. Grossberg's. Yes. Then you must ask him, why is that painting of his... Why is it that that painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you? Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit? Go now, skedaddle. There's nothing more to discuss. His nose be standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat.
Jumpin' Jehoshaphat! Oh, you!
What's wrong? You look so pensive. Like an old man at the end of his days.
I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess.
Something's really bothering him. That much is clear. So you came to see the trial?
Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. Couldn't get a wink of sleep.
Really? What was that?
Well, you see, it's just... Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl.
I asked before, but why did you refuse her request for defense? I think I have a right to know.
Oh, right, Mr. Wright? No, I'm sorry. It's just... I need more time to think about it, my boy.
I seem troubled about something. Sorry, I have a feeling I know what it is. So, I paid Blue Corp a visit.
Oh? Oh, I see.
Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me.
Oh? What is it? Well, out with it, my boy.
You see, it's just... Mr. Grossberg, sir, there was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with? I saw it today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp, Red White's office.
So, you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting.
Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow.
Connected, you say?
Yes, and I know what it is. Okay, I know what the answer is, but I've never chosen this one before, and I really want to choose it. It's not something I can claim to understand. But you and Mr. White are lovers, aren't you?
What? My boy!
You sent that painting to him. As a sign of undying love.
My boy, please. You're letting your fancies run away with you. Where'd you get these bizarre ideas?
I don't understand how you could...
That's because we're not. Don't be ridiculous. Enough. I'll swallow my pride and tell you all.
I knew it. They are lovers.
No, we are not lovers.
That was funny. That was worth it. Okay. So anyone in the chat? No? Okay.
Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now.
15 years?
All because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed.
The name on the back of those photographs.
As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did.
So that's the connection.
It is hard for me to tell you this, my boy. But arresting Red White would be nigh on impossible.
Impossible? Why?
He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians.
Oh, Chicky Boy's here. I'm doing very well. Probably just gonna go for a couple more minutes. Oh my god, I have to stretch. Because I have to go to work soon. So I can't do too much. What?
They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years.
Let's see, what did you miss? Well, we did the trial. And, the second trial is coming up soon. I'm probably gonna stop right before it. But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg?
The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know that they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him.
You told White?
He offered me riches. It is an embarrassment to me now. Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold the pot. Of course, White heard about it, and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail.
see.
Wright controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet, if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office.
Mia's office?
She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found.
What is the DL6 incident?
DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium.
A medium.
Her name was Misty Fay.
Faye.
Indeed, she was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police. And she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud.
That's what Maya was talking about the other day.
I did all I could for her, and in the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident.
It's funny, looking at this room, it seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. All the cases the chief ever worked on are filed here, in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Ooh, goo goo goo. Let's see if there's a record in this file that catches my eye. A, B, F. Misty Fay. That's me and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? I've tarnished the Fay name. Leaving only these words. My mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was a man who sold that information to the press. This parasite who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... the record stops there. So Mia knew Grossberg. Yes, Chicky Boy, please get this game. They are so much fun. The third one is the best, and we will get to that soon. Though these cases can go on for a long time. Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. These parts here. S. Suicide? Ugh. Collection of suicide reports. Politicians, policemen. There's writing on most of these in pencil. White? This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. This is the only clue the meal left me. Better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me how? I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia? She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word, Wright. I know what you did to this politician. You were blackmailing him. Blackmail? Not just him either. You were threatening, coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong. What is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia.
Secretary's office, hello.
Mr. Wrong will be leaving now.
Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away.
Wait a second, Mr. White. You're wrong, Mr. White. Excuse me? What I should be doing now is going after you. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping your phone. Then Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So, the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it.
Secretary's office.
We won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office.
Of course, sir. One moment, please.
I really don't know who this is. White, that you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor? I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietude. I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer, man! What? Mr. White, this is another one of those... Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you're in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Miss Mia. How dare you! I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look competent. I feel faint. Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Ah, Butts! Harry Butts! Wright, actually. Phoenix Wright. And my friend's name is Larry. Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right? Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. What? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me. And the prosecution will be in on it, of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea.
Right! Mr. Wright!
Oh, Maya! Great. They let you out of detention.
Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you.
Huh. Now I'm afraid we switch places.
What? You mean you?
I explained what had happened to Maya.
I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do?
Defend me in court. Help me break out of here. Well, you could cheer for me in court.
Cheer for you? You mean like a cheerleader?
Huh? Yeah, like that.
Alright, leave it to me.
Huh?
I better go get a uniform and some pom-poms.
Wait.
What?
I'm kidding. It was a joke.
No way!
No, really, I was kidding, but thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. There really isn't anything you can do for me anyway.
But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind.
Just a piece? Okay. Then come to the trial tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two.
Times may change. Times may change. Yet with crime, it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day, mostly with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. With the true culprit appearing as the star witness. This is it. Tomorrow it's me or him. Alright. There we go. Alright, and with that, I think I'm going to end this stream. And next will be the second trial. So, thank you all so much for coming to the stream. I hope you all enjoyed. Those of you who don't know anything about Ace Attorney, I hope you're really enjoying the story and are interested to know more. So, as always, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you in the next stream. Until then, this is Miharu signing off.